everybody, it's Wanda. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today is Thursday. I hope everyone has a blessed day. I know that I am. Thank you, Jesus. Always on my side and always provides. So today's dinner will be some Keebasa sausages. The Polish Keebasa sausages. They look like that. I'm going to be slicing them to little slices. And I also have large rigatonis, the nice fat noodles. So I'm also going to be boiling that. So the first thing I'm going to do is get out the big guns. Okay, so I'm going to heat up both my stove. This is for the pasta, and this will be for the noodles, for the pasta and the Keebasa sauce. See? Even being threatened with me looking for the little fire majiggy thing, it still won't light. It's okay. I got it back on now. I'm prepared. Okay, so I have my water there. I don't have anything on it. I have the flame on low here, and I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in the pan. Not a lot. I don't need a lot. Just a little bit. A little bit of Crisco oil in there. Okay, that's good. And what I'm gonna do is, I have my sofrito here, and I have my tomato sauce. This is all that's going inside my sauce. And like I said, I'm using Keebasa, and I have my large rigatoni. That's the pasta I'm using. I also have kale here that it's about to go bad if I don't use it, so I'm gonna definitely use the kale. I'm gonna add some yellow pepper to it. I'm going to add some onion to it, and I'm going to add a carrot to it. So that'll be like a little side veggie kind of thing. Alright, so while this is heating up, I'm going to start preparing and cutting up my meat. I'll show you how I do that, and then I'll finish the rest. Let me get my cutting board for the Okay, I got my cutting board and my knife, and I'm all set. Okay, so let's set this aside. This is the sofrito. That's how much sofrito I'm going to use. I'm just going to set it over here. It could start melting, because first I want to fry my Keebasa sausages. So I already washed them and cleaned them. How I want to cut them is I want to give them a slice and do in half. I like to go diagonal. So I'm going to have pieces that look like this. Nice little slices. Okay, so I'm going to keep slicing this, and I'm going to chop up my veggies, and I'm going to heat up my oil, and I'm going to start to boil my pasta. I'll be right back. Okay guys, my oil is getting hot, and I just finished cutting up the Keebasa, which is just one whole sausage like this. I'm saving this one for another time because I brought a really big bag of them, and I have at least like 3 servings in here, or 4 servings. I would say 4 servings. So I'll put that in the icebox in a few minutes. What I wanted to do was fry my Keebasa sausage, and I'm gonna get rid of this. And we're gonna fry this, and I'm gonna chop up my veggies. I'm going to chop up my veggies, soak my kale, and stir fry these, waiting for the pot of water to boil so that I can add my pasta, okay? So, I'll be back. Hey everyone, I'm back, and the Keebasa sausage is starting to brown up a little bit. My pasta water is already boiling. I haven't finished cutting up the onion and the pepper yet, but I need my scissors. Let's cut this down. This is what the noodles look like. So I'm just going to take my noodles and put them all in there. I'm going to let them cook up for like 8 minutes, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to add a little salt to it. Not so much, just a little salt. Okay, that's good. And I will add a little oil to that also, just a small amount. Hopefully it keeps it from sticking. And like I said, It was burning a little bit on the side, but that's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Because we're going to put that right up into the oil and let that oil caramelize a little bit. So we'll leave this a few more minutes. I see a lot of parts that aren't caramelized yet, but I'll definitely be taking out the oil from here. I'll just leave a little bit behind, but there's a lot of oil, so I'm definitely going to take that out. But for now, it's helping in the browning process, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it a few more minutes, about the same time that I finish cutting up these little carrots, and then I'll be back. Okay, everything is moving here really fast. All this is as brown as I want it. Didn't burn, but it got that nice browning color. I'm going to get rid of this oil. Okay, so no more oil in here. So what I want to do now is I want to grab my sofrito and I want to put it in there. And I want to mix that up really good. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit. Okay, this is going good. I got to wait for this to defrost now. But I could just scrape it along the pot. Everything that's in there is going to give the sauce a yummy flavor. A yummy, yummy flavor. Okay, so there we go. Can't do anything. Leave it alone for a few minutes. And I have my carrots cut already. And I have the carrots. And I have some onions that I've already chopped up into little pieces. And now I'm going to keep chopping up the pepper, the yellow pepper. And this water's still boiling. Needs another 5 minutes. And when this sofrito melts up really nicely, I'll be back and I'll add the sauce and season it. Okay? Ew. Hey everybody. See? All my sofritos already melted. No more sofrito. So now I'm going to grab a can of organic tomato sauce, which contains a lot of salt. But I'm going to add 1 can of tomato sauce, but I might not add any. Salt to it. Maybe just a little pinch, but we'll see. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. Just a little bit. It's only about up to here of water. Just want to clean the can from any leftover sauce. Alright, so we're going to put that in there like that. And I'll put my can there. Okay, we're going to let this cook up for a few minutes and see where we go from there. Right now, look at the pasta. Let me get a handle. Don't be reckless. Don't be reckless. Okay, so we got a handle. Let's give this a little swirl. Make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom. Oh, that's from the meat. That's from the meat, yes. Did I use the spoon before? Yes. That's from the burned meat. It's okay. Not a problem. Alright, so let that cook up, boil. And yeah, that's from the sausage. I'm going to get rid of it. And there's another little piece. That's because I used the same spoon before to mix it in, so not a problem. Okay, so let that, I'm going to cook that for about another 5 minutes. And then this is boiling already, so just going to lower the back for a few minutes. I don't want anything to get burned when I reach for a little sazon. Okay, so here's my sazon. I'm going to add the sazon to that. And I'm going to grab some olives. I'm just going to grab a few olives here. Use the back of this. About just a few of them for taste. And just like 1 tablespoon of the brine. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to give this a little mix. I got to get some pepper up in here. Let's get some pepper up in there. Okay, let's add a little bit of pepper, like that. It's good. And I have a little bit of butter and garlic herb, so I'm gonna add it. I just got this, yes. I ran out. Let's see. No trauma. Okay. Alright, got it. You can smell the butter and the herbs. It kind of smells like the breadcrumbs a little bit. The seasoned breadcrumbs have that little aroma to it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of butter and herbs to that. And it doesn't need anything else. I already put fresh garlic and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sauce cook up a little bit. Let that sauce cook up. And I'm going to drain these noodles. And then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. And my sauce is like really sizzling up really nicely. And it's the perfect time now. So what I want to do is I just want to grab a big spoon of the Parmigiano Reggiano. And I'm going to add that to it first. Like that. Make it like a cheesy sauce. Okay, so once I add that in, get that all mixed up with my sauce. Really nice. Now I have my pasta here, so I'm just gonna put it in there like that. I got one stuck in there. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so now that the macaroni's all in there, let's give it a little mix. It's still on high heat boiling, but I'm gonna shut it off until I make my my veggie mix to the side. But this is what it looks like. Nice and saucy, red. Oh, delicious. I don't add any sugar to it because I don't like adding sugar. I like savory. If I'm gonna enjoy something really good, it's gonna be savory. It's not gonna be sweet. So just gonna add another little half a teaspoon, like so, like that. And I'm gonna lower the heat really low because I'm done with this pan. So I'm gonna cover it up. I'm gonna push it to the side, and look at my mess. Okay, now let me get my pan. So to this pan, I'm gonna add my veggies and my kale. So just give me a minute. I wanna leave this spoon right here. I'm gonna use it again. Okay, so right here, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my kale, and then we're gonna add the veggies in. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna add a little olive oil. This is a small amount. That's good enough. Okay, that's about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I have here some butter. This is 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so I'm gonna put the butter in here. Alright, so let's give this a little mix. I want it to melt. Once it melts, I will add my veggies. I would add the those veggies right there, the carrots. Those veggies right there. I have carrots, yellow carrots. I have white onions and have some yellow pepper. I picked these 2 colors, yellow, so it could stand out more in the kale. So that's what I did, and it's getting nice and brown. So that means my butter is toasting. So you smell that nice nutty flavor from it. Okay, so this is good right here. Alright, so just waiting. Okay. I also want to add in some of my crushed ginger. I usually make a big batch. I'm almost done. I gotta buy more ginger. But I'm gonna put about 1 teaspoon. Just 1 teaspoon should suffice. Okay, see that ginger is mixing it really nicely with the brown butter. Okay, so let's add our veggies in there. Okay. Let's give this a little mix. Now, I'm gonna cook this up a little bit I'm gonna swirl this around and make sure that the veggies are cooked. I say about 5 minutes to 6 minutes. I just want everything to cook up a little bit, and then we'll add the kale and the seasonings. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back, everyone, and my veggies are all cooked up. They have that nice color going on right there. Alright, so now that my veggies are done, I just wanted to add a little piece of garlic. I usually smash up my garlic and I put it in the refrigerator, so I'm going to add like a teaspoon of garlic, fresh garlic, to that. Okay, so I buy a lot of garlic, I grate it, and then I put it in my ice box in a big bag. When I need a piece, I'll just chip away at it. Okay, so this is done right here. See, the garlic is already melting. Okay, so this is going to be good, but when you think of kale, you could either have it two ways. You can have it bland with just little spices, or you could just kick it up a notch like I'm going to do right now. And now that my veggies are done, I'm going to take out something right here. And this is cream of chicken. And I'm just going to add 1 spoon of cream of chicken. 1 big spoon, okay? No, I'm kidding. That's like 2 tablespoons of cream of chicken, because I want it to have a nice creamy flavor. Alright, so let's do that. And I'm not adding water because my kale is wet. Alright, so let's just mix that little soup mix in there. And now I'm going to do my kale. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit. Okay, and now I want to make sure my kale is all mixed up with my veggies really nice. So we bring the kale down and we bring the veggies up. This is going to cook down really good. It's going to have a nice flavor to it. So my pasta's already here. It's nice and warm. It's just waiting for me to make the veggies. And it smells really good. Okay, but I also want to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on this. Okay, because I want it to have that little cheesy flavor to it. Okay, so this is a good mix right there. I'm just going to let that sit for a few minutes, and I'm just going to sprinkle some cheese. I can't use that spoon because I took this. Okay, 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon right there. And that is smelling mighty nice. Very nice. Okay, so let me get this stuff off of there. Clean my spoon. Alright. So let's just cook up this kale. I'm going to cook this kale up for about 5 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, this is almost done. Because what I wanted to do is make sure that the little stalk pieces were nice and tender. So this looks really nice. The only thing, I didn't season it because I added that cream of chicken, so I didn't season it. So it needs a little something. You see the stalks, how big they were? I just wanted to get them a little soft. Because this is a big stalk right there. So, alright, that's nice and crunchy, that one's going to be. But for the other ones, they look just about ready. I'm just going to take my butter and herb, garlic, butter, and herb. I'm just going to add a little bit to that. Okay, that's good. Hey, let go of my stove. You're attacking me, stove. Stove attacked me. Alright, so this is done. I don't have to do anything else to this. It looks like a nice, colorful, green, creamy salad. Doesn't it look like creamy salad? You know what? Let's plate this baby up. So I'm going to grab my plate. This looks good. I'm gonna turn this off right now. Delicious. Delicious and nutritious. Here we go. Look at that beautiful pasta. Just delicious. Look, mix that all up. It looks so nice. And so delicious. Chef Boyardee ain't got nothing on me. Okay. Alright, so no preservatives. Yeah, okay. Looks so here we go. I'm gonna throw some of that in there and take a little bit more pasta. That's a nice serving. A couple more noodles over here because it looked empty on that side. Okay, here we go. Now, this is like the perfect serving right there. Get those Keebasa sausages, and that little Olive wants to come and say hello. Right? So you can say hello, Olive. Alright, so got that, and let's add a serving of this veggie right on the side. It smells so good, guys. I wish I could give and share with you. I really wish I could share. I feel bad. I said if my mama lived closer, like downstairs or something, I would have brought her a nice dish all the time, with the exception if it doesn't have a lot of salt. But this is it. That's my serving. I think that's a good serving, and I hope you like what I made here today. I hope you make this dish, and if you do, give me a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I hope everybody has a blessed day. Amen. Thank you for watching. Bye. So delicious. Bye, guys.